So in chemistry, one of the things we do is have to look at word problems that are sort of based on ratios and figure out how to extract the necessary information and even the question from the given information. So here's a problem. You should pause the video now and see if you can figure it out. Okay, so let's look at what we're asked. So we've been taught, how do you decide where to start? Well, find the part of the problem that has the question mark in it. And so here it is. If you look from there to there, there's the part that has the question. And it says, how many kilograms of salt are in the pool? Okay, so when I get done, I have to end up with kilograms of salt. I have to have something about the pool. The only thing I know about the pool is that its total volume is 15.7 cubic meters. Okay, so that is a volume, and that's the volume of the pool, which is like a mixture. And that is a mass of the part of the mixture. That requires that I look now through all these words above this and see if I can find a pair of data that are connected that have these two properties. So let's look at the data. We have a sample was collected. There's 55 milliliters of the pool water. The mass of the sample was this many grams. That's the mass of all of the pool water. And the salt has this many grams. So there are 3 pieces of data in the word problem. I need something that has to do with the volume of the pool. Well, that'd be this number. And the mass of salt. I'm not going to be concerned that this was milliliters and cubic meters, or that this is kilograms and the mass of the salt was right here. I'm not going to be concerned that the units are different. I just need to know that is grams of salt and that is milliliters of pool. So that means I can make sort of a ratio or a conversion factor that's going to look like this. 55.00 milliliters of the mixture, it will contain 0.523 grams of salt. And so I can use that in the middle of my problem. So to use this, I need to change the volume of the pool to milliliters. So let's start there. 15.7 cubic meters. Oops, let's be real specific. That is cubic meters of the mixture. And let's see, I need to get to milliliters. So a meter is 100 centimeters. If I cube that, I now have cubic centimeters of the mixture, because I still have not crossed out the mixture. Then I can say 1 cubic centimeter of the mixture is the same thing as having a milliliter of it. Now I can use the data from the problem, and I can say right here that every time you have 55.00 milliliters of the mixture, assuming the mixture is thoroughly mixed and it's an even mixture, a homogeneous mixture, then 55 milliliters of the mixture should have 0.523 grams of salt in it. And this allowed me to convert what normally I could not have converted. You normally cannot convert a volume to a mass. But if you have a ratio based on data, then you can. Then I can say 1,000 grams of salt is the same thing as a kilogram of salt. So you can pick up your calculator and you can say, well, 15.7 times 100, and I'll cube that one, times 0.523 divided by 55 divided by 1,000, and I get 149. Now let's think about sig figs. So that was a measurement, and both of these were measurements. And so that 3 sig figs seems like the least. So I'll write 149 kilograms of salt. Should be in the entire pool. As always, our answer has something to do with the starting thing. So this should be the salt in the entire pool given this ratio.